Hey to all of you guys, what's going on YouTube? It's 3D Res. Welcome back to more Pokemon Pocket. And we finally have the brand new set, Triumphant Light. It's come out today. And it's going to be a Triumphant Light review. So essentially, I'm going to be looking over cards for the very first time. I only know the cards that came out in the trailers yesterday. Other than that, I've got absolutely no idea how many cards there are, because I haven't even gone down the bottom of this page yet. And there's 75 there 3D, only if you could read, which I cannot. So let's start off with the first card here. See what it is. It is Heracross. Oh, okay, so in similar fashion, I am literally looking at these cards one by one. So I'm not using the website PokeZone. So in other words, I don't know what these cards look like before I have a look at them. But Heracross. Oh my. Okay, so what are you? You're a free cost, single horn throw, 50 plus, 1 grass, 2 colorless, flip 2 coins. If both of them are heads, this attack does 70 more damage. And you're 100 HP. So you're a coin flipper. Shame. Shame. But yeah, Heracross is basically Pinsir, but on steroids. This is what I'm getting from it here. And you got to get both of them to go to heads for an extra 70 damage. If you don't get both to heads, it's only 50 damage. You guys know how I feel about coin flip cards. I detest them, honestly. So it's kind of a shame they've ruined Heracross. Kind of a shame. Especially for a free cost as well. Which could potentially be only 50 damage. Shame. You know what it should have been? It should have been 30 for every extra heads. Or 40 for every extra heads. And you could potentially have 130 damage or 110 damage. One of those things, I guess. Alright, new Burmy. 1 cost, 20 RAM, 50 HP. Standard Mothim. 2 cost, it is going to be colorless energy. And it's going to be 50 attack. And it's 90 HP. So it's literally a Shinotic, but without the poison, without the sleep, without whatever that stuff. Yeah, cool. Cool. Alright, Combee. 1 cost, Bug Bite, 50 HP. Is that's what this one does here, 1 cost, but instead of calling for family, so instead of calling for stuff to come onto your bench, you're now going to be attacking. New Vespiqueen, of course. 3 cost, Reckless Charge, 120 HP. Or 100 HP, sorry. I was reading this one up here. This Pokemon also does 30 damage to itself. Huh? So it's 100 HP for 3 cost, 120 damage, but it's also dealing 30 damage to itself, regardless if it KOs or not. I mean, sure, you can pair this with Superior. Yes, you can do. But why would you even want to use this one over the already existing one? That is so random. Why? A free cost for 120 is bad as it is. But you're going to be doing 30 damage to yourself. And you're only got 100 HP. So that could potentially mean you're only going to be able to use this once. And it's a 2 retreat cost as well. No, that's a bust. These cards so far, okay, I'm going to be real honest with you guys. They have been absolute busts. Wow. Wow. Alright, what's next? Cherubi. Alright. 1 cost, Leafage, 20 attack, 50 HP. Very standard. Cherrim. 1 cost, 40 attack, 80 HP. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Cool. So the Pokemon only before it could use Confuse was Miss Magius. And of course the Misdreavus as well, the promo version. Yeah, I can get behind this. Obviously, it's going in the same wave as gimmicks, right? Poison, Sleep, and now Grass has Confusion as well. Yeah, I mean, sure, it's 80 HP, it's 80-40, could have been 50, could have been 90-50. but it's not. Sure. I mean, it's a cheap way to get them confused, right? It's a very cheap way. So you could easily throw the match away for them at that point, I guess. I guess it could be good. It could fit into quite a few decks. Very cheap, very effective. We shall see. We shall see. Oh, there's 2 Cherrims. Okay. So this is a 2-cost Leech Seed, 60 attack. Heal 20 damage from this Pokemon. 80 HP. Alright, so you can choose between one of 2 different Cherrims. If I remember correctly, I believe one is a Sun form, and one is one where it's like closed in. Like it hasn't bloomed properly yet. Maybe this is the Sun form one. This is probably the one that hasn't bloomed yet. That would make sense. But yeah, okay. 2 forms, nice. I can get behind that, of course. Of course. So, Carnivine. So yes, we saw this one on the trailer yesterday, but we're going to go over them anyway. So this is if you have Arceus or Arceus EX in play. Attacks used by this Pokemon do plus 30 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So it's a 1-cost, 20 damage, so it can become a 50 damage if you have Arceus in play, and it's 80 HP. Very basic, very standard. Kind of reminds me of Skarmory in a way. Obviously minus the tools. But yeah, it's very, very standard. And this is Leafeon Ex. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may take a grass energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your grass Pokemon. So this is similar to Gardevoir in a way, except it can't be on the bench, it has to be in the active. There's a 3-cost for 70 damage too. That's pretty hefty, especially coming in 140 HP, and especially being an EX, but it's this ability right here. This ability carries it in that regard. So you could potentially stay here for like 2 turns. If you get what you want immediately, then you can retreat, bring in what you wanted to have energy from the bench onto the active. Yeah, I don't see Leafeon staying on the active doing any form of damage, any form of threat. But it's that ability, right? But you have to put yourself literally on the forefront. You kind of have to hope you don't die after that. It's very risky, but if it pays off, I'm sure it could be good. Sure, it could be good. Next up, we have ourselves Houndour. Houndour. I wonder what Houndoom's going to look like. Alright, so there's a 1-cost, 20 damage, 60 HP. Very standard. And there's Houndoom. Don't get ahead of ourselves there. Houndoom, 2-cost, 60 attack. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. So it's literally now Galvantula, Arbok, Staraptor, and now Houndoom have this. I mean, it's very gimmicky. It's 100 HP as well. I mean, I can't really say otherwise. So funny thing is, right? We now have one for Dark. We've got one for Colorless. We've got one for Electric. We're now going to have one for Fire. Who's next, I wonder? Who's going to continue the cycle? The continuous cycle at this point. Who's going to continue it? We shall wait and find out in the next expansion. So then we have Heatran. So yes, this is the Speed Link again. If you have Arceus or Arceus EX in play, this Pokemon has no retreat cost. And it's going to be a 2-cost for 40 plus Raging Mad Strike. If this Pokemon has damage on it, this attack does 40 more damage. And it's 110 HP. It's not bad, but it does have that massive 3-cost retreat if you don't have Arceus in play. So it is kind of bad for that regard. But once you have Arceus here, you're going to be doing quite a fair bit of this, I think. Yeah, that's a pretty all-rounded card. I quite like that idea. Because obviously you've got to base most of these cards around Arceus. Funny thing is though, the cards I've seen so far that are not based around Arceus are pretty bad. But yeah, moving on. Marill. 1-cost 20, 60 HP. Oh man. How crazy is Azumarill going to be? If you guys have never played Pokemon Go, especially the Go Battle League, the PvP, well, let's just say Azumarill haunted us for years. Absolute years. Alright, so let's see what Azumarill has for us. Azumarill, 2-cost, 60 HP, or 100 HP, excuse me, and a 60 attack. Okay, so it's not as threatening as what it is in Pokemon Go. But that's pretty cool. 2 cost 60. I've got to pretty much compare this to Golduck in a way. Because Golduck is also 2 cost. But it's 70 attack. But it's 90 HP. So it's 10 more HP and minus 10 attack. But it is colorless energy. Gotta bear that one in mind. Yeah, I can see this working. It's a 2 retreat cost, mind you. But I definitely could see this working. I could. In some limited way. I don't really see it popping off. But you never know. You never know. Alright, it's a Barboach. I've always pronounced this name as Barboach. I never ever pronounce this properly. It's like Barboach. I'm going to stop saying that now because I'm saying it wrong, clearly. So this is coming at a 2 cost for 30 attack. Wow, that is hefty. 60 HP. What is Whiscash looking like then? It's a 4 cost. 80 plus. Flip a coin if heads. This attack does 60 more damage. If tails, this Pokemon also does 20 damage to itself. So you could potentially be doing 140 damage for 120 HP. And retreat cost is free, so once it's on the active, it's going to stay on the active. So this is going to be Misty's best friend. Well, one of her many best friends. That is hefty, man. That is hefty. If you fail that, you're going to be doing 20 damage yourself, and you're going to get no bonus damage. So it's guaranteed 80 damage. It's not bad. It's kind of iffy. But you could be getting 60 more damage, so 140 damage. I don't really see this getting played at all, but yeah. Whiscash, ladies and gentlemen, he's here. He's here. Alright, Snorunt. 1 cost 20, Icicle 60 HP. Frosslass. 2 cost 40, Blizzard. This attack also does 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. 90 HP. So it's a much smaller Articuno EX. Minus the 40 damage. Yeah, it's a much smaller Articuno EX. I mean, sure. And not what I really expected to have came out of Frosslass. I was expecting a lot more than that. But okay, maybe I was expecting a Frosslass EX perhaps. But sure. Sure. Alright, Snover. 2 cost, Corkscrew Punch, 30 attack, 70 HP. It's a 2 cost retreat as well. And of course you all know about the new Abomnasnow. It's going to be 3 cost, 80 attack, 120 HP, but it's that Arceus. And if you have Arceus or Arceus EX in play, attacks used by this Pokemon cost 1 less energy. But it's 1 less colorless energy. Bear that in mind. So this could potentially become a 2 cost for an 80, 120 HP. Very basic, very standard. But it's a non-EX, so yeah. And then we have ourselves Glaceon EX. Oh, may I say as well, this is a lot better than the Abomnasnow we had before this one. One of the main issues I had with the Space-Time Smackdown set was that most of the cards got completely just ruined by coin flip nonsense, high cost attack nonsense. But yeah, this is a much better Abomnasnow. I can see this getting played a fair bit, especially with Arceus. I can do. Alright, Glaceon EX. Ability, Snowy Terrain. During Pokemon Checkup, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, do 10 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. And it's a 3 cost, Freezing Wind, and 90 attack for 140 HP. So, it's very similar to Darkrai in that regard. Minus the 10 damage going to your opponent's active Pokemon. And you're getting a plus 10 attack for the same amount to attack cost-wise. For the same HP. Yeah. It's literally the same as Darkrai, but instead you can't be placing energy onto it and getting out that way. Instead it's on checkup. Sure. But I can see this working. Don't get me wrong, okay? Don't get me wrong. I can definitely see this working, especially if you get stupidly lucky with a Misty. This could be very, very good. Very good. Very, very good. Origin Form Palkia. Not what I was expecting. 3 cost, Zone Smash at 60 plus, Flip a coin of heads. This attack does 60 more damages and 120 HP, coming in at a 2 retreat cost. Cool. I mean, you may only be doing 60 damage with this, but you do have the potential to be doing 60 more. And all you need to do is flip 1 heads. All you need to do is that. So this is literally Water's answer. Well, not answer. It's more so Water's version of Executory Ex. But obviously this is not an EX. It's a normal. So it kind of makes sense for it to be a free cost to attack with. But yeah, once again, if you can get very lucky with Misty, you can get it stupidly early. Could be interesting. See what happens there. I mean, Water is just eating this set, okay? So far, most of the Water cards have been on point. Let's see what continues here. Alright, Phione. Is it Phione? Phione? I think it's Phione. Like Diaphone? Phione, I believe. 2 cost of Water Pulse. 2 cost of Water Pulse for the attack. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. Yet again, running the gimmicks. And it's a 60 HP as well. But it's a 2 cost to attack with. For only 40 attack. Sure. 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 Alright. Brand new Pikachu. 1 cost, 10 damage. This attack also does 10 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Being 60 HP. The standard for Pikachus. And there's the brand new Raichu. If you have Arceus or EX Arceus in play, this Pokemon takes minus 30 damage from attacks. And there's a 2 cost for 40 damage. This attack also does 20 more damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And is coming in at 90 HP. So there's an extra 30 HP. An extra 10 there. Yep, I can get behind this. I mean, it's a 2 cost to attack with. What's not to complain about that? And of course, you can take in minus 30 damage if you have Arceus in play. Bear that one in mind. I could definitely see that becoming useful. I can do. Alright, Electric. Let's see what main Electro looks like. Hopefully something good. Hopefully not going to be ruined by coin flips. So there's a 1 cost Zap Kick, 20 damage, 60 HP. As main Electric, 1 cost at 40 damage during your opponent's next turn. If the defending Pokemon tries to use an attack, your opponent flips a coin. If Tails, that attack does not happen. I mean, it's a 90 HP. It's a 1 cost. That could potentially be replacing Zebstrika, even though it doesn't have the same effect as it. Obviously not attacking the bench. But this is pretty cool. Yeah, I like this. They've done main Electric justice here. I was kind of worried they would not have, but they have. I really do like this. Yes, that's cool. Very cool. Alright, Clefairy. 2 cost, 30 attack, smack, 60 HP. I did not expect a new Clefairy anytime soon. Clefable, 3 cost, 60 attack. During your opponent's next turn, attacks used by the defending Pokemon do minus 30 damage. And it's 100 HP. Isn't that the same amount of HP as the other Clefable, the Genetic Apex one? And that one was a 1 cost to attack with, I believe. Yes. 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 But you're getting this right here. You're getting this right here. That is good. I don't know if it's 3 cost worthy good, but it's still good though. You know, if I was to make this card any better, I'd probably put it at 50 attack, 2 cost, minus 20. But yeah, this is decent. This is very decent. I like this. But that HP is kind of bringing it back. Should be about 110 HP, if not 120. But obviously the minus 30 damage, bear that in mind. Kind of outweighs it at that point. Yeah, I can definitely see this being played. Don't know by how much, but I definitely can do. Alright, so next up we have ourselves Ghastly. Oh, a new Gengar. Okay. Very controversial, that one. So it's a 1 cost, and it's going to be a colorless, by the way. Astonish, flip a coin of heads. Your opponent reveals a random card from their hand and shuffles it into their deck. Wow. That is an absolute troll. That is an absolute troll. But this is going to be probably everywhere, I think. But of course, it's that flip a coin. Gotta bear that in mind. It's that flip a coin. You could probably get a whole flip a coin line with this. So you get yourself flip a coin Ghastly, flip a coin Promo Haunter. Let's see if Gengar is flip a coin. I'd be kind of annoyed if it is. Haunter, 2 cost Mumble, 40 attack, 80 HP. In Gengar, 2 cost Hypnoblast, 70 attack. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep, 140 HP. That's a very tanky boy. But bearing this in mind, it's literally the same as Mismagius. 2 cost, 70 attack, 140 HP. Obviously, Mismagius is an EX. But of course, Gengar needs 1 extra evolution. Yeah, I mean, I can get behind this. It's a 1 retreat cost as well. For sure. Sounds good. I can definitely see this being played. 100%. You know what you could do, actually? I just thought of something here. You could easily pair this Ghastly with the Promo Haunter right into this Gengar. Because obviously this is a 2 cost to attack with. If you wanted to keep the low cost going, you can essentially bring in the Promo Haunter at that point. But I like this though. It's very cool. But does it replace the other Gengar? The one where obviously supports cannot be used? That's debatable. It's very subjective. But I can definitely see this being used. 100%. Alright, Unknown. There's that ability check we saw yesterday. Once in your turn, you may choose either player. Look at the top card of that player's deck. And it's going to be a 1 colorless for 20 damage, 60 HP. So that's probably going to go into any deck, I think. Any deck. That's why it's a colorless for. That could be pretty cool. Alright, so Rotom. Speed Link, if you have Arceus or Arceus Ex in play, this Pokemon has no retreat cost. 1 cost colorless dash attack. This attack also does 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Oh, sorry. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And it's 70 HP. Isn't that very similar to one of the Lake Trios? I don't remember his name now, but I know that has exactly the same stat line. 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, coming at 70 HP and also being a Psychic. Okay, recycling cards I see. Sudowoodo! Oh, I did not expect this one. It's a shame there's no Bonsly. It's a real shame. But Sudowoodo is a 1 cost fighting energy, of course. 20 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, this attack does 30 more damage. So it's a mini Tauros, if you really want to call it that. But it's a 1 cost though, so that could potentially be 50 damage there for 80 HP. But it's a 2 retreat cost. Ugh. I mean, understandably, it is a tree for goodness sakes. It can't move properly. But a 2 retreat cost for that? Ugh. I mean, lovely card art. I gotta give it that one though. But yeah, that is... Ugh. I don't like that. That retreat cost is... not good looking, I'm afraid. Not good looking. But this right here... you gotta hope that they have an EX though in play for you in order to play this. You have to hope for that. Otherwise, you're not going to be playing this at all, I can imagine. Ugh. Alright, Fanpy. Donphan. 1 cost, rollout, 20 attack, 60 HP. It's a 2 retreat cost. Let's see what Donphan looks like. 3 cost, rolling spin at 60 attack. During your next turn, this Pokemon's rolling spin attack does plus 60 damage. It's literally the same as Togekiss. But it said this time around is a 3 cost instead of a 2 cost. Okay, it has -1 evolution on the line. Okay. But it's a 3 cost to retreat with. So you're losing all of your energy if you choose to retreat with this. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously Fighting's version of Togekiss. Will it get seen any play? Probably not with that higher hefty cost. But I could definitely see this being in some action. Don't get me wrong. But obviously we don't have any fighting type that actually gives energy. But hey, it's here. Alright, here's the Larvitar. 2 cost, Corkscrew Punch, 30 attack, 60 HP. 1 retreat cost. Got Pupitar. 3 cost, Speed Attack, 50 attack. and it's going to be 80 HP. So that is 2 colorless energy. Bear that one in mind. And here's Tyranitar. If you have Arceus or Arceus EX in play, attacks used by this Pokemon do plus 30 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. It's a 4 cost, 130 attack, 160 HP with a 4 whopping retreat cost. And it's Land Crush. I don't know how many cards have the name of this attack now. I know Onyx started it off. Land Crush. But yeah, that's going to be a 4 cost for 130 damage, 160 HP, but it's a 4 retreat cost. And it doesn't benefit from use of Brock. Again, there's no fighting card that gives energy. But if you pair this with Arceus, you're going to do 160 damage. Is that really going to be the good side of it there? Ugh. I would have put this at probably 3 cost myself, 100 attack. I would have. But yeah, that's very hefty. Very, very hefty. Alright, let's continue. Nose Pass. 1 cost tackle is a colorless as well. 80 HP. But it's a 3 retreat cost. Holy moly. What's the new Probopass looking like? Okay, we're going to have to wait for that, because that's further on. I made that mistake before in the Space-Time Smackdown. I did. I did. But yeah, Meditite. 1 cost, 20 attack, and it's 60 HP. Medicham. 1 cost, 80 attack. Flip a coin if tells attack does nothing, 100 HP. Is literally Seeking. They just can't help themselves to do cards like these, can they? Okay, I gotta pull them out for this one as well. Okay, because I'm actually getting kind of annoyed now. There's pretty much no originality going on with some of these things here. Okay, but yes, it's literally a fighting Seeking. I mean, I'm not complaining though, because Seeking, I like Seeking, but it's that coin flip. It's that very annoying coin flip. However, this does do 10 extra damage than what Goldeen does. If you want to look at it that way. Yeah, okay. Okay. Alright, Gibble. 1 cost, 20 damage. It's exactly the same as the other Gibble, except this one is not colorless. This one is fighting, pure all the way. Gabite. 1 cost, Sharp Scythe, 30 attack. Again, this is not dual energy. And this is 80 HP. And this is Garchomp Ex. 1 cost, linear attack. This attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. And 3 cost, Dragon Claw, 100 attack. And 170 HP roll. 1 retreat cost. What does the other Garchomp have retreat cost wise? I was not going to show it as if this is in EX. I think it's 2 or is it 1? I don't know off the top of my head. But yeah, okay. I like that. That's very cool. I like that a lot. So obviously this can attack the bench as well. You can get some very nice things rolling here. If you have this on the active with only 2 energy, you're still doing an attack. You are still doing an attack. Plus, if you accompany this with Cynthia, that could be 100 damage to the bench. Bear that one in mind. You don't have to have 3 attack on this to get it rolling. You don't. You can literally pair this with Cynthia with only 1 cost to attack with. And that's 100 damage a pop right there to their bench Pokemon. I could definitely see that being used in that way. Definitely. That is very good. Very, very good. Got to give them high props for that. Alright, are we finally going to get ourselves Crobat? Well, we know we are, because you saw her on the trailer. So, Zubat, 1 cost, 20 damage, 50 HP. Golbat, 1 cost, 30 damage, 80 HP. That is, funnily enough, 10 HP more than the Genetic Apex Golbat, but minus 10 damage. So Crobat, once in your turn, if you have Arceus or Arceus EX in play, you may do 30 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. 1 cost, 50 attack, 110 HP. So that could potentially be 80 damage right there if you have Arceus in play. 80 damage. That's That's pretty nice. And it's got a no retreat cost either. 0 retreat cost. What did the Golbat have? Or 1 retreat cost? This is a 0 retreat cost. My oh my, this is going to get used a lot. I can see this being paired with stuff like Darkrai. Already being paired with Darkrai. This is good. This is exactly how I would have wanted Crobat to have gone. I don't know if any other way it could have gone. But yeah, this is solid. Absolutely solid. Okay? This is solid. Very good addition there. Croagunk. Hopefully this time around they have not mucked up Toxicroak in the vein of coin flips. Because last time I had that issue. The coin flips are just horrendous. Please tell me that's not the way again. 1 cost Toxic. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Do 20 damage to this Pokemon instead of the usual amount for this special condition. 100 HP. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Do 20 damage to this Pokemon instead of the usual amount for this special condition. Well, what's the usual amount then? Just 10 HP? This is a poison? Eh? Do 20 damage to this Pokemon instead of the usual amount for this special condition. So instead of 10 damage, you're doing 20 damage, an extra 10. So is that 30 damage a pop? Yeah, it's all in 1 turn, so that's 30 damage. 100 HP as well with a 1 retreat cost. That reminds me of Whirlipede. A heck of a lot. Because obviously Whirlipede is 90 HP. And it attacks for the same amount damage-wise. But it's a 2 retreat cost. But it's a 2 to attack with. Okay. I mean, not really what I was expecting for a Toxicroak. I was expecting more damage there. Sure. Interesting, for sure. Very interesting, though. Okay. Magnemite. Alright, 1 cost, 20 attack, 60 HP. Magneton, 2 cost, 30 attack, 90 HP, 2 retreat cost. But it's 1 steel, 1 colorless. And of course we have ourselves finally a steel Magnezone. This is going to be, if you have Arceus or Arceus Ex in play, this Pokemon takes minus 30 damage from attacks. It's a 3 cost, 2 steel, 1 colorless, 80 damage, 140 HP with 2 retreat cost. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Yes. Yes. I like that. And also if you pair that with the brand new trainer, which I can't remember the name of right now, I believe you get an extra minus 20 damage on top. So that's potentially minus 50 damage on their next turn. That's cool. That's very cool. Yes, finally you're in the steel zone. Thank you. Alright, a brand new Mawile. 1 cost, Iron Beam Breaker, 20 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a steel Pokemon, this time does 30 more damage. 70 HP. So you're literally relying for you to be going up against steel. Huh? I mean, I never expected them to add anything like this into the game, where you literally have to rely on your opponent using one specific type of, like, energy typing. Okay. Well, that's weird, but sure. There's quite a few cards this time around that do 20 damage base, but do an extra 30 damage if they meet the requirement. Okay. Alright, there's Probopass Ex. 3 cost defensive unit, 90 attack. During your opponent's next turn, his Pokemon takes minus 20 damage from attacks. It's a 3 retreat, costs 160 HP. That is warping. That is warping. But it's that minus 20 damage, right? It's a mini Melmetal at that point. And I'm all here for it. I'm all here for it because the other Probopass was absolutely atrocious because of the stupid coin flips. But yeah, I'm all here for that one. Bronzor. What, another new Bronzor? They love recycling cards here, don't they? Alright, a 1 cost, 10 attack, 60 HP, and it's a colorless as well. Bronzong, also coming up as colorless. So it's going to be a 3 cost at 50 plus. This attack does 20 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So it's literally a Steel Alakazam. Yeah, it is. It's literally a Steel Alakazam for a 3 retreat cost, 120 HP. I can get behind that. I can do. But it's really bad base damage wise though. And it's going to be a 3 to attack with. But I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Only so slowly. But I definitely can do. I definitely can do. Alright, Origin Form Dialga. Dialga. Let's see what this one is. 3 cost, Time Mash, 100 attack. It's a 2 steel, 1 colorless. Flip a coin if tails during the next turn this Pokemon can't attack. So it's very similar to Leafeon, the one we got in Space Time Smackdown. 90 damage, 2 cost, flip a coin. Oh no, actually no. That one never flipped a coin, excuse me. That one never did. That one just couldn't attack next turn. And this is a 2 retreat cost as well. I mean, is that really worth the 3 cost to attack with 100 wise? I would probably say that the other Dialga is better here because it has the ability to give 2 steel energy to the bench. I don't really see this one being played all that much. I can definitely see it being played, but not all that much. Okay. Giratina. Is that going to be Giratina Ex, I wonder? Whoa. This is Grass, Psychic, and Colorless. Crisis Dive. Oh, Dragon typing. Dragon typing. So it's Grass, Psychic, and Colorless. 120 attack. Discard 2 random energy from this Pokemon. What? Wow, what the heck were they thinking when they done this? This is a 3 retreat cost. But it's a Grass, Psychic, and Colorless. Sure, you could pair this with... Just going out on the whim here. You could pair this with a Lilligant, for instance. Getting Grass energy. Even with a Gardevoir getting its Psychic energy. That's rough. That is rough. But it's a Dragon type, and obviously, of course. But that is rough. Yeah. Ooh. Maybe it's gonna get seen play. I mean, the other one had some use because 1 energy on it meant it had 0 retreat cost. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Especially that 3 retreat cost there. Okay, moving on. Eevee. 2 cost, neutral. Tail Whap. Whap. 30 attack, 60 HP. That's pretty hefty for a 60 HP mod. And that's it. I mean, sure. You can start putting energy onto this Finn, and then on the very next turn on the active, you get yourself your Jolteon, your Glaceon, your Leafeon, whatever it is, but... Okay, I mean, it's only an extra 10 damage from all the other Eevees out there. Literally, it's the same amount of HP as well. Okay, I don't really know why you'd want to run this one for, but okay, sure. Snorlax, 4 cost, 100 attack. This Pokemon is now asleep. Oh, Snorlax, you just keep getting worse and worse, don't you? 140 HP with a 4 retreat cost. You just keep getting worse and worse, don't you, Snorlax? Oh, lordy. Alright, Hoot. Noctowl. Alright, one cost. So this is the bird I saw. In the trailer, I noticed that something had a wind attack. It's probably this one here. One cost peck, 20 damage, 60 HP. Noctowl. Oh, was it the wind attack I saw? Or was it something else? Either way, I saw something bird related. So this is a 2-cost Silent Wind, 50 attack. Your opponent reveals their hand. 100 damage. And of course, it's a colorless typing. So it goes into any deck pretty much. I mean, there's quite a few card reveal stuff in this set. And obviously that pairs well with something along the lines of a red card. A Mars could come back into play here. Yeah, I can get behind that one. I like that. Alright, we're getting ourselves another Staraptor. That must have been the one I saw. 1 cost, glide, 20 damage. Staravia. Yep, there it is. 1 cost, 30 attack, 80 HP. And Staraptor, 3 cost, Brave Bird, 130 HP. This Pokemon does 20 damage to itself. And it's 150 HP. 130 attack, sorry, not 150 HP. It's 130 attack for 150 HP to a tree cost. Yeah, I mean, it's sticking with the lore. Obviously, if you use Brave Bird in the games, you, I believe you lose attack. Like, you basically nerf yourself. Yeah, it's sticking with the lore. This looks to be a much better Staraptor than what we had before. However, it is losing clutch. So, in other words, it's losing that ability to make sure the opponent's Pokemon doesn't retreat. However, it is 130 attack for 3 cost. That's nothing to be sniffed at. But you do take 20 damage yourself. But it is 150 HP. And it's a 2 retreat cost. I like this. This is very cool. And I think this is going to be seen more play than the other Staraptor ever was. For sure. Is that what was kind of niche with the ability to obviously lock the opponent's Pokemon in place? But yeah, I like this. It's a very nuke. It's not even a glass cannon either. Cool, cool. Alright, there we have our Shaman. I believe this is the Skyfall one. This is Sky Support. As long as this Pokemon isn't on your bench, your active basic Pokemon's retreat cost is 1 less. And of course, it is a colorless as well. And it's a 2 cost, 30 attack, 70 HP. Goes into any deck, no matter what it is. Alright, 5 cards left. Arceus. So this is the non-EX version. 4 cost, Power Blast, 100 attack. Discard a random energy from this Pokemon. And it's a colorless as well. That's really not going to be of any hindrance, is it? I don't really know why this is here for. This is completely worthless, in a way. I mean, sure, it's a 2 retreat cost. That's decent, yeah. Obviously, this is the non-EX forms. If you don't have the EX form and you still want to use the other cards that are from Arceus Link, this is your option here. It's not bad. It's not bad. As Arceus EX, ability Fabled Luster. This Pokemon can't be affected by any special conditions. 3 cost, Ultimate Force 70 plus. This attack does 21 damage for each of your bench Pokemon. So that is potentially a 130 attack there for 140 HP. Yeah, that's very good. Obviously, we looked at this yesterday, and my opinions were it's very good. It's a 3 cost as well, so it literally works hand in hand. These are some very nice looking cards here. The Immersive, I'm sure, is going to pop off. But yeah, these are very nice. Very nice. Alright. I'm not even going to dare pronounce that because I butchered it yesterday. Heal 40 damage from each of your Pokemon that has any water energy attached to it. So I went onto Reddit yesterday after the live stream ended. And many people up in arms about this. This can go into any deck. So say stuff like Druddigon decks with water energy. Dragonite, for instance. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be problematic. It is. It is pretty much a board heal if you have water energy attached to your stuff. I could see this being paired, obviously, with Manaphy. Fantastic. Even with Vaporeon, Washout 1 energy onto whatever. That gets 40 healing right there. This is pretty much Walter's version of Erica. However, it's a board heal. Yeah. That's going to be problematic, but I can definitely see this being a fan favorite amongst all the water users out there, of course. Celestic Town Elder. Put one random basic Pokemon with your discard pile into your hand. Ah, okay. That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. Pretty neat. Yes, I like that a lot. That could be used in many scenarios, I'm assuming. Many scenarios. And we have ourselves Barry. There's Barry. Oh. Oh. During this turn, attacks used by your Snorlax, Heracross, and Staraptor cost 2 less colorless energy. Oh my. Wow. So Snorlax now suddenly is good. But it's still bad because of the fact that it's putting itself to sleep. But that's good. That is good. That is very, very good. Very, very good. And we have Adaman. Things like Adaman, Adamon. And we saw this one yesterday. During your opponent's next turn, all your steel Pokemon take minus 20 damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. Very nice. But yep, that is the whole entire set, guys. Triumphant Light. You know, I've got to say there are definitely some hit or miss cards in here. 100%. 100%. But I can still see some of these being played. Obviously more than others. Obviously Water is massively gaining boosts out of nowhere from this one. Yeah. I mean, as I say, some of these are busts. Honestly, some definitely are. Some I'm not very pleased with. But I definitely can see, in some capacity, these cards being used. In some. But yeah, if I was to like rate this set as a whole, give it like a first impressions rating, I would say like a 7.5, 8 out of 10. It's nothing overwhelming. It's nothing mind-boggling. It's nothing compared to what Space Time Smackdown was. Obviously, this is only 75 cards. Yeah, I mean, sure. Some of these are kind of, why did you do that for? But I can get behind this. I can do. I definitely can do. I've done it, guys. Thank you so much for coming to this video. Really do appreciate it. I really appreciate that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these cards. What are your favorite cards? What are cards you're looking to try out? What cards you really want the most of? I've done it, guys. Take care. Stay safe. And goodbye for now. Bye-bye.